everyone. Welcome to I have to look it up, the Canadian Rockies Single Adventure. This is Concierge Linda. I know many of you, but there's some that I don't. So I am excited to meet some new friends. And what we'll do is I'll do a little introduction and then I will just have everybody introduce themselves, tell us where you're from, how many trips you've been on, Sam, about 1,000, and what you're most excited about with this trip. Okay. So my name is Linda. I'm the concierge. I have done, I don't know, 10 trips with y'all. I think I've done all but a few of you. And I'm most excited to see everybody because this is my favorite part is the members and who I get to spend time with. So it kind of just go down the list. Hank, you want to start? Can't hear you, Hank. I'm not sure why we can't.
Hank's muted.
No, he's not muted.
No, he said sometimes he has a problem with his sound.
Okay. That's Hank. Wave, Hank, because we can't hear you.
Okay, so Hank's from New Jersey. He's been on many trips.
And he's excited to see us all.
Very excited.
So Rose, since you're on, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Rose from New York, and I met Linda on our New Year's cruise. We had a great time. And I'm just looking forward to this trip because this sounds very unique.
It does. Excellent. Manya, you're next on my list.
Hi, I'm Manya, and I've been on 3 trips, I think, so far. And it's so nice because this trip, I know people. It's really wonderful. Hi, Sam, Hank. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Lynn.
I'm Anya.
Hi, Karen.
Yep. The more you go on, the more you know.
Okay, I'm from Seattle. And just to let you know, Linda, when I was filling out the form, it says, are you going to fly or are you going to drive? Or are you going to fly or drive? I'm taking a train up there.
Oh.
So my paperwork looks a little weird, but I sent them a message telling them what's going on and how I arrive.
All right, I'm gonna just mark that down on you so I have it.
Not on view.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Then you'll see only a camera, no red line,
Okay.
and you'll know that you are visible.
Okay.
Whoever's on, I need you to just mute real quick.
Okay.
Oh, Tom, you can't hear anything. Tom, can you still not hear anything? Okay. It might be, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear. So hang on a second. Let me just. So Tom's having some problems, so I'm going to see if I can send him a chat. Chat, here we go.
Well, I'll keep talking since you're doing techno stuff. It's been 30 years since I've been to Lake Louise and Banff, and it was probably my favorite vacation of all time when I was there 30 years ago. So I'm just thrilled to be doing it again. Oh, and I turned 70 during the trip.
Yes, her birthday. We love Manya's birthday. We did that last year. We do fun stuff.
We're
All right,
not going to
excellent.
cross the international date line, are we?
No, it's just
What did
Pacific
Sam
time.
say? I didn't hear him.
Are we crossing the international date line? No.
Yeah.
I think on one trip we did it. I had like 2 birthdays or something.
Oh, geez. So did that mean you were 2 years older?
No, but you only got 1 cake. They had a strict rule.
Oh man, not with me. As many cakes as it takes. All right, Karen, you're next on the list.
Oh, hi, I'm Karen from St. Paul, originally from Duluth, Minnesota. I think I've been on 7 to 10 trips, but they're not all. Oh boy.
That was weird.
Is that me? Oh,
I think it looked like maybe Hank did something.
Hank is
Yeah,
trying to
somebody
get
did
on.
something annoying. And I've been to Banff skiing. That was the last time I ever skied. Okay, Hank, I think
Hank, just you need to mute. Hank, you need to mute.
yes,
I will mute him. Okay, he's muted.
Thanks. Okay, it sounds like a mosquito.
It did.
Well, hi,
Anyway,
Karen.
anyway, I've been to Banff and I've seen it in the winter, Lake Louise, and ate at the Fairmont in a big meeting with, anyway, it was fabulous.
Awesome. Sorry, it's just Tom's having some problems, so I need to figure out how to get him back on. Raquel, right? Is how you pronounce it?
Rochelle.
Rochelle is next.
Hi, I'm from Pueblo, Colorado.
Hey, Colorado.
I'm Renee's sister, so this is my first time with you guys. I kept telling her I'm gonna take a trip with her, so this is it.
And this is a good one.
Yes, I'm so excited.
All right. Then underneath that, Sam.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sam. I've been on a lot of trips, as Linda said, and I know probably almost about half of you guys I know. And I'm looking forward to this, but I have a couple of questions, but we can get into that later on about the mechanics of getting your luggage on and off and all that stuff.
Okay, we'll take care of that.
So
Robin.
Sam, is that your picture in time?
Well, it's my picture, but to be perfectly honest, I wasn't on time, although somebody asked me the other day why I was on the cover of Time magazine. It's a very nice app. You can put anybody's picture on the cover of Time magazine that you want.
They put you on the magazine because you're cute?
No, because I'm a sort of a jerk to put my picture on the Time magazine. It's an app, and you can put your cover on this magazine. You can put your picture on what looks like the cover of the magazine.
Oh, it's a setup then.
Because somebody asked me, said, "What did you do to get on the picture of Time magazine?" Said, I bought the app, or I went on the app.
Yeah, it's a trick, in other words.
It's just Sam. It's just Sam. All right, Sam.
Well,
Why don't
maybe
you?
I will be someday, so you never know.
All right. What are you most excited about, Sam?
Just the whole thing, although I wasn't going to do this because I figured it would be like sitting on the train the whole time. But a lot of people I knew had signed up, so I'm retired now, so I thought it'd be interesting.
I thought it was because I was leading it, Sam. I thought it was all because of me.
We're only on the train 2 days.
Right.
We're doing lots of stuff. I would go crackers if I had to stay on that train all the time.
It's still pretty fun. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Gage, since you're talking, you're next.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to say hello to everyone, and I've never gone on a singles trip before. I've tried before, but then I got too sick, and then I'm ready to go. I'm really excited, and I have no idea what I'm walking into, and I'm a little worried about, all the ins and outs of papers and non-papers and all that stuff. I'm a little worried about that, but I believe that my internal terror will be resolved soon.
That's why I'm here, to help you through it. So we got you.
Thank
Gage,
you.
where are you from, Gage?
I live in Vero Beach, Florida.
Okay, welcome. And Robin.
Hi, this is my first trip. I'm Robin Reagan. I live in Castle Rock, Colorado, which is just south of
All right, I'm muting Hank.
Mute Hank.
I did.
Hank is typing.
This is my first trip, although I did try to go on the Las Vegas trip for New Year's, but that got canceled. So
We'll go this year because we're doing it again.
well, actually, I'm going to be in Antarctica this year for a cruise over Christmas and New Year's. So
Nice.
Okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've never been on a train trip like this, so I'm looking forward to that. And I've never been to Banff. Although a lot of the people that I've worked with over the years have raved about it. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Great. It's amazing. Well, welcome. We're welcome to the trip. Tom.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Tom, you were on.
I missed the question. I got on late. You want to know about me, I guess.
We just want to know where you're from and what you're most excited about. So introduce yourself, where you're from and what you're most excited, and how many trips you've done with us.
Okay, well, I live in Spring Hill, Tennessee, which is 30 miles south of Nashville, Tennessee. I've been on 2 single trips. Supposed to have gone on Caribbean back in Christmas Day, but couldn't arrange the airfare where I could leave after family gathering. So I had to back out of that trip and decided to go to this trip in lieu of my deposit, so to speak. So I've never been to Canadian Rockies. I've been to British Columbia skiing, been to several places throughout the world. So, you know, after my last adventure with getting into Costa Rica with COVID, this paperwork gets me concerned getting in and out of countries.
I know
Yeah,
that feeling.
easy peasy. We'll take care of you. No worries.
Yeah, I'll be calling you. Don't worry about that, sweetheart.
We gotcha. All right. Barry. Hi, you're muted. You need to unmute, Barry. Thank you.
Am I unmuted now?
You're unmuted.
Good, Barry.
Okay, well, this is my first trip
Welcome.
in Puerto Vallarta right now.
Oh,
Moved here about 8 or 9 months ago from Chicago when I retired. And I've never been to the Canadian Rockies, so I guess that's my excitement about the trip.
excellent. Alex, well, welcome. Got a couple of newbies. It's great. And Carolyn. You're muted, Carolyn. Unmute. Unmute.
We'll sing a song.
There, I did it.
There you go.
You did it.
I'm Carolyn Castle. I'm from Lansing, Michigan.
Woohoo.
And yay. And I was with Linda in Santa Fe. And I met Sam in Santa Fe. And so enjoyed that first trip with singles. So I was real excited about the Rocky Mountain train adventure. And I love trains and I love the scenery and I'm just totally excited. I need a vacation.
Oh, excellent. We're happy to see you
Good
again.
idea.
And then let's see who's next on my list. Kathy.
Let me unmute myself. Hi, I'm Kathy, calling from the San Francisco Bay Area. Hi, Karen. This is maybe my 7th STI trip, and I've had the best time on all of my trips. I really like Linda. If you haven't traveled with her before, you're just going to love her. And I always tell her that if I ever won the lotto, I would hire her as my personal adventure person. I mean, she's just so it's just great.
I'll pay you later, Kathy. I'll get you.
I think that's available, Kathy.
Anyway, I am really looking forward to this trip because I've never been to the Canadian Rockies, and it's just a new adventure for me, and I'm excited. So
Welcome. Well, good to see you. Always good to see you.
see you.
And let's see, we've got Renee.
Hello, I'm Renee. I live in Madison, Mississippi. I've been on a number of single travel trips, started in 2013. My most recent was Tahiti, so Sam and I and Linda were in Tahiti. And so was Manya. So Manya, it'll be nice to see you again. Looking forward to this. I've not been to this part of Canada, and as my sister indicated, promised to take her on a trip. So this is the one we chose. It looked like a lot of fun.
Good, 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 good. Welcome to have you. And then I think Lynn's the last one, right? Everybody else but Lynn. Hey, Lynn. You're muted.
We should have a mute song.
Got it. I got it.
Okay.
I unmuted myself. Okay, I live in Rock Hill, South Carolina, but I am a northerner. And I'm never gonna become a southerner. However, this is my second trip. I went out to Utah last year with Linda and 3 of the people who are on this trip, Manya and Kathy and Karen. And as for the Canadian Rockies, I haven't been there before, but when I was a kid, many, many, many years ago, my mother kept talking about Banff and Lake Louise. She never went there, not because she didn't travel, but anyway, I'm going to go there for her. I'm looking forward to this trip a lot.
Excellent, excellent. And the more I go through the itinerary, the more I get excited as well. I stopped there on my way down from Alaska. I drove from Alaska down through Banff, Lake Louise, and it's just beautiful. Okay, so let's go through some logistics. Did everybody get the final vacation details?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anybody that did not?
I may not have. I've talked to Tammy. I haven't necessarily gotten everything, but.
Okay, do you know how to get that, Lynn? Do you know how to, if you don't have it, I can show you really quickly how to get that.
Okay.
So you're gonna go onto the singles travel site. Hang on, I need to share my screen. Let me just share my screen real quick. Hang on, I'm gonna share my screen. There we go. You're gonna go into the singles travel site. You're gonna go into Canadian Rockies trip.
Okay.
And then you're gonna scroll down to your travel documents. And there it is.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go over this just pretty briefly. First of all, I wanna make sure for those of you who I've not traveled with, I need you to put my phone number in your phone right now. Send me a text with your name. Because what I'll do is I will have your name in my phone so that if something goes wrong, not goes wrong, but we need to communicate the day of, then we'll be able to communicate. Prior to this trip, I just need everybody to be aware that I might not be available to answer questions because I do tours for students. And let me tell you, you're going to hear all about it. It has been the most interesting season I've ever had. I just got done with a trip today and anyway, so I probably won't be able to answer questions. I just want to apologize ahead of time. So your best bet is to use this email address or call the main number that is on here, right here.
I'm just putting in Linda and your phone number on my phone.
Right, but prior to the trip, if you had questions, I probably won't be able to help you. I'm just telling you, because I'm doing tours almost right up until we go to Canada.
You're all over.
I am. I live an interesting life.
But you want me to put down the phone number right now?
Yeah, right, because I want you to have it when we get to Canada.
So where is it? Give it to me.
Oh, let me go back. It's right here. 303-845-2036. So that's my first and last name.
Right now. 303 845.
Tom, that was you? 615? Okay. Just make sure I know that was you because you have been texting me before, Tom. But if everyone else could just put their name on it, just so I know who it is. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is I just want to go through some of this because everything you need should be on this vacation, final vacation detail. If it's not, we'll talk about it because Sam, I know you had some questions about luggage, which I should be able to help you with. Okay. So make sure that your passport is valid for 6 months after your return date. Very important because they will not let you go international if it's not. Okay. So that's important. So take a look at that. If it's not, I'm not sure what we can do about it because you have to expedite.
Just make sure it's good.
Stay home.
Robin got yours. Thank you. Travel insurance, just bring that. That's more for us so that we know that you've got travel insurance. That's not anything you need to show anyone internationally. It's just that's more of a singles travel requirement. You do need to be vaccinated. So you need to bring your Vax card.
Excuse me, I had a question on the insurance. It said a certificate. All I got was a receipt.
That's fine.
Just
Just anything that shows that you have it with a number.
Okay.
So if something, we need it, we have a phone number to call just in case. So your Vax card. And then this is good news. No test required prior to getting into Canada. Right? I mean, for those of us who went to Haiti, I think I did 5. It was insane. I did. It
All
was
illegal.
yeah. Okay.
Although they do say on the Canada site that you might be selected when you
Correct.
get there.
Correct. So you might have to do
take
one, but
a
you don't have
test.
to pre-do it, but just know that when we get there, they may select you. It'll be a rapid one. They'll, and at their, I think it's at their cost.
They do that on the cruise ships too.
And then I would like all of you to download the Arrive Can app. If you haven't done so, I would recommend you do so. And then everything can be done online for this.
But you can't sign up your flight until like 5 or 6 days before.
Correct. 72 hours. It's 72 hours.
I can't find it. Where am I looking to find it?
If you go into your app store,
It's not very obvious, to tell you the truth.
if you go to the app store and type
don't
in
know what-
Arrive Can,
But wait, I don't know what the App Store is.
do you have an iPhone or a Samsung or an Android?
I just have a mobile phone. I don't know.
If you click on the travel documents, it'll probably take you right there, and then you can sort of figure it out.
Let's scroll down because the forms are on
Right.
here. So you may,
It does automatically take you there when you click on the next page. No?
Yeah.
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Was
Okay.
that Gage that
Arrive
was asking?
Canada.
Was that Gage? Was that you that was asking?
Yeah.
Okay, Gage, we'll get there in the next one. The
Thank
same
you.
thing with the CBSA declaration. The link is going to be in the next page. So we'll have all that. It's just if you
Thank you.
have it on your phone. I have both apps on my phone.
Well, that's very confusing, but I need help with that.
All right, Sam, we'll help you through that.
I'm not alone then. You and I are out there in the rain.
We'll get you through it. That's why we're here. And then for those of you who have never traveled with us, this Fit and Willing to Travel is really important for a couple of reasons. One, it gives us your flight or travel information. And 2, it gives us your commitment to the COVID protocols. And then 3, it just has some other information that we need on there, but it's very important. Everybody will have to sign it. And we hope everyone signs it beforehand. Otherwise, you're going to have to sign it when you get there. So one way or the other, we get your signature. Okay. Then when we have to, right now, I'm hoping that they're going to get rid of this, but right now we still have to test to get back in and an attestation online form. The COVID testing, they do have appointments at the airport.
Oh, okay.
What we'll do is when we get to Canada, if you don't bring your own test with you, I know Karen was asking which one it is. And they're the ones that EMED where you actually have to have somebody online with you. It's not just the rapid home test. You can't that doesn't work. It has to be one that's medically approved. If you don't have one of those, then we do have locations that you can set up appointments to get your COVID testing before you head home.
Linda?
Yeah.
Scroll down to the next section so that
I want to get through all this first, and then we'll go step by step. I just want everybody to know what we're going through, and then we'll go step by step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But Linda, with the test, if we bring out test, where and when are we doing the test?
So if you had the EMED like we did for New Year's, that online one.
Yeah.
That we're talking about. We would. I will have my computer, so we can do it on my computer. The hotel should have a computer. We can do it with one of the computers. Yeah. I may or may not have my computer, but we'll have a way for you to do it. The hotels will have a.
It'll be at the end of the trip.
Yeah, at the end of the trip, it's got to be within 24 hours.
Yeah, so we'll do it together.
Okay, sounds good.
The other thing is if you need help with any of this, our VIP assistant package, that's something that is brand new, and the office will help you through all of this. Because I'm going to help you just kind of guide you through it. I just can't help you fill things out and all that stuff. And then you're already attending. Okay, so now let's go through step by step. Okay, so we already talked about the passport. We already got the travel insurance. Hank, did you have a question? Otherwise, because the noise is coming from your phone, Hank. Did you have a question? Because I'm going to mute you. All right, muting Hank. Well, it hasn't made the noise. Okay. Your original documentation, your original Vax card, we already talked about that. COVID test, no longer required. Okay, so let's get to here. So if you click on this, that'll bring you to the form. For those of you who don't have the app or don't have access to the app, it brings you right to the form. Okay.
I have my question is, do I go online to put that in, or do I do it on Singles travel site?
It's easier just to get the link right here. Is it
So if I'm on this site where we are right now,
if you've
I'll
got the,
get-
yep. If
when
you've
I'm
got
on
final
that
vacation.
site,
Go ahead.
And if you do it on your phone, if you do it on your phone and click on that, it'll download the app for you right on your phone.
So if you go down a little further, Gage, I think we've got I thought we had the links here. Hang on, let me go back to the final vacation details. Oops.
So my
Somehow
question
it downloaded when I clicked on it.
If you do this, see how that we've got, you can click on and download the apps right here.
Yes.
So if I'm looking at the sign into Arrive online, but online is from here, right? I'll hit that right there.
Yep. And that takes you just right to the browser.
And that nice person, I don't know her name at this moment, but she says that I'd be better off doing it on my phone rather than on my computer.
Agreed.
Agreed, because I'm not taking my laptop.
So your best bet is.
Sense.
Why, Sam?
Well, I did the Arrive Canada, right?
Yep.
And so is that all I need, or that's what's confusing, because the same thing is in both places.
Yeah, this is the SBSA declaration. This is what you need. This is what you need.
I have to fill out both of them with the same information?
You just need to do it once.
Is that form that just is in front of me now, is that already on our site, or does it show up when I hit
Yes, you have to click on the link on this page, right where I am. Click here, any of these.
Okay, and it'll come up at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I can do that on my screen, on my computer, instead of my phone at that point.
If you want to, yep.
Doesn't matter, does it? Yeah.
It says something like you have to hand it over when a copy of it.
You'll get an email. Hang on. You'll get an email. Once you fill that out, you'll get an email, and then you can print that out.
Yep, just print it.
Yep.
Just print it.
You'll get
Simple
an
enough.
email. Sam, did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm completely baffled. So I'm signed up on the Arrive Canada.
Okay.
I put all that information in. Am I good, or do I need to do anything else?
You can't do it till 72 hours before the trip.
Right, so I can go in and change my flight arrival.
Within 72 hours, yep. And then
I'm
you're good. Yep.
We're not supposed to do this until then, or do we
Nope.
do it now?
Too far ahead. But
70.
if I just showed up with nothing except my passport, my Vax card and whatever, they would get me through somehow.
And the declaration, you have to have that printed out.
The declaration.
Yep, this has to be, you're going to get an email.
But not until 72 hours before.
Correct.
So on the 19th or 20th at the hotel we're at, we can print it out at the hotel.
Absolutely.
And you'll help us with that, right?
I
Linda?
absolutely will.
Wait a second. If we're at the motel, we're already in Canada.
Oh, she's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's 72 hours before you enter.
Arrive in Canada. So you have to do it before you
can't be there in
leave.
the motel yet. I mean, we have to do that.
Hang on. Before you get on your flight, before you get on the flight, fill this out. You're going to get an email, and you're going to print that out, and you're going to bring it with all the other documents.
Or they'll just give me a piece of paper on my flight, and I can just fill it out with a pencil. Maybe not.
If you have trouble, you know who to call, Sam.
Ghostbusters.
Right. All right. Okay, so all you need to
All right.
do is go to this air can, fill it out. You'll get an email. It says it right here. It says, you will receive confirmation of your advanced CBSA declaration, including your reference number by email. You're going to scan your travel documents at the airport kiosk to pull up your reference number, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
So if I did nothing, but I had a passport and a Vax card, I'd get in, right?
No, you won't, Sam.
What do I need?
You need to have this advanced CBSA declaration.
But it says here,
It's very confusing, Linda.
section 6, paragraph 2 requires you to use the web version.
Yeah, it's not completely obvious, but I think we'll get by it.
You can save time at the airport, but if you do it from home, let's see, online to answer customer. So if you're doing it, so here's the deal, because what you're saying, what I think what this is saying is that if you do it at home, then you can print out the form, but if you're on your flight and you do it, you can't do it on the app, you have to go into the browser. Here's what I'm telling everybody, just do it before you get on your flight so that you have the piece of paper in your hand printed.
All you have to
Okay?
do is do it, and then when you do that, you can ask all the questions they want you to ask, and then you just print it out on your printer and you go, fine, let's go.
Correct.
When you have questions, call Sam.
No, don't call
If you have
Sam.
questions, don't call Sam.
At this point, I'd be on the edge of calling God.
Okay, okay, Sam, you know who to call if you have questions.
I won't
Anybody else
say
have
it
questions?
again.
Anybody else have questions about this? Again, it's just this, any of these links, there's about 17 links in this little couple paragraphs.
I have one odd question.
Okay,
Is everyone in our trip here in this meeting now?
I think we're missing one person. I'm not sure who it is.
Okay, so how many are there anyway?
There's 15 plus me, 16.
Wow, I'm like, I thought there's gonna be more, but I think in a small environment, we can have deeper and extremely funny jokes to each other. I don't know, stuff like that. We'll have more fun. And we can steal each
There's
other's
never a
food.
dull moment, Gage. Just trust me, there's never a
And
dull
Linda
moment
has
with
some
this group.
embarrassing games we can play.
I like that idea.
All right.
Name your favorite animal.
Okay. Sam, we'll hold those off until we get together in person. Okay, COVID safety protocols. So Canada has certain rules. The US has kind of been lenient with their rules. We will provide you with a KN95. I think we're still doing that. Things have changed a little bit. I'm not exactly sure, but our travel protocols are still there. If people are comfortable, are uncomfortable, they need to tell me, and we'll make sure that everybody feels safe and comfortable on these trips. That's our goal. We want everybody to have life-changing trips, but we also want to make sure everybody's feeling safe and comfortable. All right. And that's what the fit and willing to travel document is all about. Okay. It's up to you, because I know that flights don't need masks anymore. So that's up to you, whether you want to wear one on the flight. Things have changed daily, so I'm not sure what Canada's mask requirements are, but I would bring them so you have them. Again, when we're getting back into the States, we have to test and have an attestation online form. Again, print it before you come. It's right here. The airlines, oh, no, it's not. It's right here. I would print this out. The airlines sometimes provide it as well, but it's better to be ahead of the game.
We
Okay,
can
I'll
wait till we get back, right? Or we get on the flight.
This one is not until until we come home. So if I need to print some at the hotel, I will, but I'll also bring some as well. Okay. Yeah, so this is when we get back. We have to have the COVID test. So either bring the COVID test, eMed, or Optum.
I have a very, very strange question. I'm bringing a test with me, which I'm a little confused about that. So I would purchase an pack of 6 or something?
So
And
it's a
bring-
special test. If you're bringing just a home test that's not seen by a medical professional, it doesn't count.
Right.
It has to be something where you're talking to a medical professional on the computer and they will approve it. And once they approve it, you can use that. It's a specific test that you can buy.
And I would get
Actually,
an
Actually, I have a letter because after getting all the vaccinations, I got COVID after that. And I have a letter that sort of says that I might test positive, but I've already, I'm not.
Yeah,
positive.
that's different, Sam, because there's a few people that have, and I'll talk about that in a second. But Gage, I just want to make sure that you're clear on what you need. So you can either bring your own test that you have to be viewed by a medical professional, or you can do a test at the airport before you fly out.
Oh, and it's not that difficult. If I'm in the airport, I can do it there.
Oh,
Right,
that sounds like a nightmare.
You just have to do it far enough, yep. Well, I'll have all the
I'll
details.
probably do it the day before, right, Linda?
I'll have more details as far as appointments and things. But yeah, we're close to the airport, so we should be able to go to the airport and get it done.
I have another question.
Come here.
If people are in this group, what is your advice? What's the easiest way to do it? To do it in the airport or to find a way to pay an expensive test to bring it with me? Which is the best option?
You know what? It's Gauges, whatever is convenient for you. The tests are, I don't know how much are these e-meds? 60
lot,
bucks
I'm
or
sure.
something?
Okay, I
Yeah, the
just bought-
portables probably aren't a good test. You're better off just going with the flow.
Karen, what, you just bought some?
I was gonna use some of my state and federal free tests, but they're providers that do the online interview with you and tell you how to do it while you're doing it.
Yeah,
You
unfortunately,
need-
they speak
wait a minute.
Filipino. It's hard to
Just let me
understand.
talk. You need a laptop and I wanted to use my phone. The Optum store, I bought a pack of 3 and it's getting shipped to me now. And you go through eMed Telemed.
Yep.
And you can do it on your phone. So
Okay.
here's what I'm doing. I bought the Optum 3-pack instead of using the ones I have, because I can use the interview on the phone. And if something goes wrong, then I'll have as a backup to do it at the airport.
That's a good idea. And how much were those, Karen?
Okay, the 3-pack was $99.
Oh, that's not
The
bad.
2-pack was $69, and it included the service of the telehealth.
Which is what you have to have.
Yeah.
Yes, in order to do it yourself.
So
Yeah.
Gage, again, it's what's convenient for you. I mean, if you, like Karen's kind of got plan A and plan B. So I kind of like that, having the option to do it in the hotel before you go to the airport, but the airport, we did that. Didn't we do that going home from Tahiti? Didn't we do
Yeah,
it?
one of the places.
Oh, no, that we didn't have to do it because you did it in the ship.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guy sort of fudged the date, but that was okay.
Yeah. So,
In Mexico,
Gage,
you guys lined up for test at the resort.
we did, but we didn't have to use them. Long story. We don't have to go into it.
And you have to make sure it's not the test you mail in, it's the test that does the rapid result in 15 minutes.
Yeah, the quick rapid results.
So if
I
you're
took that online, but it was hard to understand because they were all from the Philippines. But
I'll help you through it if anybody needs help. But also remember, at the airport, that's what they're used to doing. This is what they do all the time. It's easy. We'll get appointments. You get your results, in a fairly reasonable time.
So if I wanted to do it in the airport, I don't want to miss my flight out. So I want to make sure that if I foresee it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't miss my flight by, they would see me in time to avoid that problem.
Right. So we're either going to do it the day before or early morning. We'll figure that out. I'll have all the details when we get there. It's just if you
Thank you.
choose.
I think I like that idea, just doing it for the, with your help, I'll go it through the airport and then I don't have to worry about it and I'll just do it in the right time and that's that.
Yeah, so
Easier
either
to
way
do
you
it all
choose,
together.
either way you choose to do it, whether you want to bring the telemed kit with you or do it at the airport, we'll make it work. We'll make it all work.
Okay, thank you. That
Yeah,
sounds
I've done
wonderful.
this a number of times because we've had to come back in the States a few times in the last year.
I'm happy now. I'm happy with that
I
response.
learned bribery is a capital offense in Canada.
If you have had COVID no more than 90 days before we come back to the US, and you've got the signed letter that states that you are cleared to travel, and you've got the test that says you were positive, you do not need to take the test to get back in. But it has to be within 90 days, okay? Or like Sam's situation, he said he may test positive because they do say that you could test positive within that 90 days.
Yeah, I have a letter. Unfortunately, it's in English and wasn't good in France or any other place where they don't speak English. So I don't know.
All right, well, they speak English in Canada. Most
So
do.
can you tell me, Linda, there was some question as to whether, let's say you're tested and you test positive because it's going around like crazy and people don't even know they have it. So you get there, do you have to quarantine for 2 weeks?
So the US,
okay, in Canada though, let's say you're flying in and they do a random test on you and you're positive, what happens?
when you get to Canada, yeah, they would make you quarantine. Canada, I believe is
There's
2
no
weeks.
test into Canada right now.
Linda's answering my question.
So if you get into Canada, yes, right now, from what as of now, I believe it's a 2-week quarantine going in.
Yep.
Coming back, if you test positive before you leave, the US is 10 days from either date of positive test, if you had no symptoms, or 10 days from symptoms. Okay, but you have to have a doctor stating when your symptoms started. So you have to, so for instance, it can take, you can test positive for 30, 60, 90 days afterwards. So let's say you don't test negative after your 10 days, you're still okay to come back, even though you tested positive. You just have to have a doctor's note stating that you quarantined for 10 days.
And so did they find you a place that they'll tell you to stay?
They'll give you the
Okay.
places that they have earmarked for rates, for COVID rates. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And they're still not very cheap.
No.
Trust me. So my recommendation, I will tell this to everyone, I learned the hard way, get good insurance. It's worth it to pay that a little extra money for good insurance. Okay, any other questions about all that? Okay. Socialize, we've got the trip chat if you have questions, because like I said, I won't be able to answer, but you all you all very knowledgeable what's going on, but it's really, if you have any questions about the trip, you come to Singles Travel. If you have questions about rides or excursions or things like that, you can do that on trip chat. But anything regarding the trip, please go right to Singles Travel. We want to make sure you're getting the right information. Okay. We do have events.
Probably a good idea. Check to see who's coming in at the same time and share an Uber or something rather.
That's always a good idea. You can do that on the trip chat. Yep. For those of you who are not familiar with Singles Travel International, we do have events. So for premium members, which we'll talk about on the trip, you can get free tours. We do virtual tours. And then we do these meet and greets. So this is always a nice benefit that we have for our members, which you all are our members, before the trips. We have this opportunity to meet everybody, which I love, because none of the, like the student groups, I don't know my students before they come. Sometimes I'm glad I don't. I'm telling you, it's been a season. We also have a new merch store. So if you wanted to get something that had Singles Travel International logo on it. We've got hats, we got shirts, we got sweatshirts, we got bags. Premium members always get $5 off every item. And then we always have different ways to connect. So let me keep going. Let me see if I've got my notes. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about, because we only have about 10 minutes. I'm going to have you do all this stuff about getting there, delayed luggage. This is just all. When we get there, we are meeting. Do we have that on here? We're meeting in the lobby between, hang on, let me look at our little weekly program. Kathy's favorite thing, the weekly program. We're meeting between 4 and 5 in the lobby. Okay, 4 and 5 in the lobby at the Georgian Court Hotel. Is anybody not going to be there between 4 and 5?
I should be there.
Anybody not? Okay, perfect.
Linda, I might be a little late. My train is scheduled to come in around 4:30.
That's fine. Just, you have my number, just text me. We're doing dinner. Our welcome dinner is not till 7, so we're going to be right in the hotel till about 6:45. And then we'll head over to.
Are you going to send us this program?
I can. Sure. I don't. Well, I'd have to text it because I don't have everybody's email.
I think it's on the website, but I'm not sure.
No, we don't usually put this on. We usually don't give it to you till you come. But I'm happy to share it. It's there's no secrets.
You can text it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think I can. If I can't, I'll text you for your email, but I think I can text it to everybody. Okay, Let me write myself a note because I forget things. And also know, I want to make sure everybody's clear. Things are subject to change. There's a lot of vagueness only because we got a little vagueness from some of the hotels that we're staying at. One hotel in Canada, but other than that, most of the information's here. I do have reservations for some of our optional dinners, and once we get there for our welcome, I will have the list, and you can sign up for those dinners if you care to, and then I'll know how many people are going to join us for the optional meals. But I always like to have reservations just in case.
So has the avalanche season ended in Western Canada or not?
Yeah, I will protect you from avalanches if they're still going, Sam.
We don't need the attestant form yet, do we? No.
No, not until the end.
We need that at the end. Okay. Oh, one other question. When we get into the airport, we're not having any problem getting to the hotel. Because I read the directions and it's like I get on this it says what it says. I get on that thing and I walk 10 minutes to get there. It can't be that complicated. Right?
No, the train sounds perfectly fine to me.
They're easy.
What time are you getting in?
I take the Sky train and then I get off, I guess, and I then take the waterfront line to the city center. Poof. And then from there I walk 10 minutes to the motel. Yes.
Or you find out what time somebody else is coming in and you Uber in together.
I'm getting in around 2 o'clock. I would Uber.
Hey, I'd rather walk because if I walk, I can see the city.
There you go.
That's okay. That's good.
So yeah, if anybody wants to go with Sam, he gets in it too.
I'm just worried about getting lost if I'm seeing the city. I'm just worried about getting lost.
Aaron, you and I get about the same time. We can get an Uber together.
We're Ubering.
So go on the chat or exchange information. You're welcome to share information.
Yeah, go on the trip chat. You can figure it out. It's good.
Yeah, it's easy peasy. Okay, so this is the hotel information. And then again, I'm just going to be at the hotel at between 4 and 5. Again, text me. You all have my number if you're going to be late or whatever the case may be. Sam, you had a question about luggage. What was your question?
Now, do they have regular bacon in Canada or the Canadian bacon?
It's just bacon. It's just bacon. Just like Chinese food in China is food.
What's your
you'd be surprised.
Baggage?
Thank you, Rose, keeping us on track. Sam, what's your question about baggage?
Oh, well, so we're only gonna be on the train for 2 nights, you said, right?
Yeah,
Or
that's
2
correct.
days.
Yep,
And so they'll take care of our bags.
Yep.
On and off, I guess, or not.
yep, yes. I will
And,
have luggage checks for you.
is there anything that's gonna be dressy? Do I need to wear a sport coat or a tie or anything like that?
Only if you want to. I mean, we've got, our welcome dinner is not, everything's fairly casual. This is Canada. We're in the mountains. It's casual.
Okay.
It's as dressy as you want it to be. You know how this is. We're not doing any, we don't do any theme nights on our land tours.
I have a question about the temperatures. Should I have a jacket? Should I have a hat? I'm not sure
Yes.
what I'm walking into.
I would bring, it's
All of the
Canada.
above.
I would bring all weather. You need to bring, I would bring gloves. I would bring a hat. I would bring a jacket. I would bring a pair of shorts. You just never know.
So I have to just try to get the entire.
Layers.
Layering.
And I would recommend wool. It's cold here and
Yeah,
it's
Karen
been
knows.
wet and
I'm allergic to wool.
it,
Go
well,
on the weather. It'll tell you the
stuff that
temperature's
breathes.
coming up.
But just
I
yeah,
think-
layers, because it's you just never know with Canada. And Karen knows because she's from that northern
Oh,
part.
What about like my sneakers? I live in sneakers, but should I have to squeeze in some boots in there somehow? Do I have to?
I'm not.
I'm not.
No boots in
I'm
business.
not
not.
doing it. I mean, I haven't looked at the weather report to see if there's supposed to be snow or anything, but I have
But I
not.
saw that it's gonna be in the 50s.
Yeah, so 50s is chilly,
40s
but
and 50s.
yeah. So it'll be
It's being
cold,
cold.
but yeah, it'll be cold. So please be prepared because I'm only bringing my stuff. But
The days are in the 50s, but some of the nights were in the 20s.
so yeah, so warm.
So should we close the meetup by singing "Oh Canada"?
No.
No.
Any other questions?
Oh, Sam, I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, I just also wanted to let you know that we're doing a lot of tours. So we've got some experiences, STI experiences, and they're all day things, but lunch is not included. We will stop for lunches, but I just want to make sure everybody knows that a lot of these excursions we're doing, lunch is not included. I called each company to make sure because it wasn't showing, but just note that on the weekly, it'll say whether lunch is included or not, so that you all know.
You know what? I didn't get an experience of the tours. Is that somewhere on the website?
No, it's everyone's, it's not a, there's no optionals. It's all included. All of them are included. All the tours.
Okay.
Okay.
But we're getting off for lunch, you're saying?
We do get off for lunch here. I think it's, that's an experience. We do get off for lunch here on May 17th. No, we don't get off here. One of
So
them we
there's
get
no
off.
optional things, you're saying, no tours. that we
There's
can
no
do.
optionals. Nope.
Gotcha.
Oh, here it is. So May 17th, we actually don't get off in Lake Louise, but we do go back on May 18th, we'll drive to go back to Lake Louise. But we're on the train here and here. So the 16th and 17th. But we have a full day in Banff, which is going to be awesome, and a full day in Calgary, which is going to be awesome. They're two really great cities and towns. Has anybody, I know some of you have been on this type of train because you were with me in Alaska, Kathy. Anybody else been on a train like this where it's at the dome?
No.
They're so amazing, right,
Yeah,
Kathy?
I recognize it now. I do recognize it now.
Yep. So amazing.
It's wonderful.
And they serve drinks.
They do. Lots of
Sounds
drinks.
great.
Yay.
And
But my
food.
question for you is, Linda,
Uh-oh.
just teasing, just teasing. Anchorage.
So what's the longest time we're gonna be on the train? Like 2 hours and then we get off and then we get on and then we get
Oh,
off?
no. All day. All day, Sam. 2 days though. It's just 2 days. But you can walk around. They've got places that you can, like I said, get cocktails. We'll be doing breakfast, but then we're doing lunch. I mean, we're going to be busy. And you know me,
Okay.
I've always got stuff. I always got
I
fun
know,
games.
I'm not worried, Linda. Okay, I'm good.
All right. Okay. If you're not worried, Sam, I'm not worried.
What-
I'm always
What's
worried.
the letters in the parentheses, the B and the D and the L?
Breakfast or
Breakfast,
lunch.
lunch,
So
and
this
dinner.
this is
Oh,
dinner, this is breakfast and
Okay.
lunch, right?
I should have figured that.
That's all right.
Okey-dokey. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing if I can.
Do you have plans for Saturday or the days that we don't have tours set up?
I will always have recommendations of things to do. And if I find a tour that I like, we did that in Salt Lake. I had some tours set up for people. I will have that available for us to choose from.
I was just thinking about if I'm paying for my dinner, my lunch, how can I pay for it when I have American money?
You have to get Canadian.
Canadian money.
Credit cards.
Yeah, but you should
Oh, I can
charge.
put it on a credit card?
Oh, yeah.
Cards.
I use
Yeah.
credit cards, and if I need cash, I don't bring well, actually, American dollars are good in Canada. But I will go to the ATM and just get Canadian money.
Okay, so it's not a problem. I can just put it on the credit card though as well, yes?
Oh, yeah, credit card. I mean, when we do on our own meals, we like to have cash, but it has not been a problem having credit cards.
Yeah.
Especially in Canada, they bring you the machine directly to your table. You know, it's not like US where they take your credit cards away. They actually have the machine. So, yeah, credit cards are.
And I also I can transfer the cash into Canadian by going to the machine and just flip it over.
No, you have to go to a
just pay
bank for
with
that.
your credit card.
Like I
If
said,
you
I
brought-
would go-
If you
They're
brought
different
US
credit
dollars, you'd have
cards
to
that
go.
don't have a charge.
If you brought US dollars, you'd have to go to a bank. So your best bet, and like I said, places will take cash, but your best bet is to get Canadian dollars, because I think it's in our favor, right? Isn't the American dollar
Yes.
Yes.
better than the Canadian dollar?
Yes, it's in our
I
favor.
would say the best bet is to use your credit card without a foreign charge.
You definitely want to do it without a foreign charge. But call your credit card company and make sure you're not getting a foreign charge, because they can charge 3 to 5%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I had to
when
get it.
in Canada, you can use your ATM to withdraw money, and it will be Canadian.
And it will
So
be
that's the
Canadian.
easiest way to exchange
That's
money.
that's if you want money. But also for that as well, my ATM
There's
card
a
was
charge.
charging.
There's also
Hang on a
the
second,
charge.
Sam. I was getting not only 3%, but a $5 charge on my ATM.
Yeah.
card. So I had to get a new card. So just
Yeah.
call your bank and find out what the charges are going to be.
The best place, if you have a credit card with no foreign charge, use that wherever, except sometimes, like you need a little bit of cash.
Yeah. So just have an ATM card and that you can bring cash in and get cash from the ATM. And Engage, I'll help you through all that.
I don't have an ATM card.
Okay. All right.
That's all right.
Then bring US dollars and we'll figure out how to get you.
Lot of bucks.
I have debit cards and I have credit cards and I have
Well,
cash.
isn't a debit card an ATM?
Yes.
A debit card will, I put it in the machine and I buy things with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Call your bank, Gage.
So if you buy things in Canada, you're gonna get Canada bucks, real fakey bucks.
Gage, call your bank and see if you can use your debit card as an ATM.
Okay.
Because that's usually how it is. It's a debit card is an ATM card, but you have to get
I'll
it set
walk
up.
in and I'll walk in with the debit card that I use a lot and I'll ask them about, can I use it in Canada and will you put money on my head when I decide to use it? Like you'll put 3% or whatever on it.
Right.
I'll work on that.
Okay, perfect. All right. Anybody else have questions? Let me just make sure I have gotten all my notes here.
Linda, give us your phone number again, would you please?
Lynn, did you erase it from the Utah trip? I'm hurt.
What?
Did you erase it from the Utah trip? You had
No,
it
I
in
still
Utah.
have it then. Okay,
did?
yeah.
I
have it
had
then.
yours. I called you a lot.
That's true.
It's 303
Okay.
845
Uh-huh.
2036.
Okay, thank you.
Okey-doke.
So Linda,
Okay.
are you from Colorado?
Yes, Denver. I'm in Washington, DC right now, but yeah, I'll be back in Denver on the 9th.
Okay, just curious, your 303 number.
Yeah, I sure am. Okay, so if you have any questions between now and when I see you on the 13th, please call either the 877 number or service, email
I just had
service.
one quick question. I didn't understand the thing between that CB something and the Arrive can. we don't need both of those, right?
The same
They're
thing.
The same thing?
It's the same thing. It was a little
Okay,
confusing how
geez.
the final vacation details was, but it's the same thing.
That's all right. Okay, I'm signed up with my
Okay.
secret password. Good
All
enough.
right.
Thank you,
Don't tell
Linda.
anybody. All right, all. Anything else?
See everybody on the
I
13th.
can't wait to see
Thank
y'all. Looking forward to
you.
it.
I
Safe
hope
Bye,
travels,
everyone.
get all the papers
Okay.
we need.
Linda.
Be there, be square.
Someone have a question? Okay.
All right.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.